Hello, and welcome back to the Guild Wars Eye of the North Let's Play. So, we're here in Lion's Arch. There's been earthquakes happening. Technically it doesn't happen anymore, but back when Eye of the North first came out, leading the weeks up to it, you'd actually have these random earthquakes and shakings that would happen all over the world, both in Tyria, in Cantha, and in Alona. They all have separate quests, and they all lead to the same location. So I'll show a little bit of the other characters, but we'll see. We'll start here now with my good old warrior. So we're going to talk to Len Cauldron. He goes, "Did you feel the earth shake, Sage? I was working in the fields when the ground began to quake furiously, sort of like my wife does when I leave my dirty socks on the dining room table. Why would you do that?" Suddenly, the dirt around me swelled up and collapsed, leaving a giant crevice in this place. I thought I heard voices, so I looked inside for survivors. I couldn't make out any faces, but swear I saw a few shapes moving in the dust-filled darkness. I ran as fast as I could. Please, you must go back and investigate this catastrophe. I will investigate this crevice, farmer. Or I could say something obnoxious, but instead I'll say no. So we do that. What lies beneath? Alright, so we'll go, it's up here in the North Dakota province, so we'll go do that. And I got Raza here, so according to my canon, I want my playthrough story, currently Raza is the only one that came with Jing. Wow, sorry. Raza's the only one who came with Sage, who came with me, sorry. Jing's my main, that's why. But Raz is the only one that came with Sage, and he's here with me. And Raban and Senji all went back to their own home to do their own things, and we will reconverge. Oh, see, the earthquakes. See, yeah. If you have this quest on, you can kind of get a little piece of it. So here we are with Senji back in Cantha, and we're gonna pretend like this. We're gonna see through his point of view, like what's going on. So there's also been earthquakes in Cantha, as well as Tyria and on Alona. There's been earthquakes all over the place, and we can talk to this Minister of Maintenance. One of my precious streets has a giant hole in the middle of it. Another hole in the middle of it, because Cantha's so fucked. This is a tragedy, a travesty, a disaster of epic proportions. What will the populace think? What will the Emperor think? I've appropriated Imperial funds to fix it, but I need someone to investigate the crack and ensure the street is safe before I hire workers. You never know what might be down there, in the dirt, what with the plague and all. Will you help me? I can use my limitless monetary resources to make it worth your while. Limitless monetary resources? Say no more, or I hurt my back. So do limitless. I feel the earth move under Cantha's feet. So we're going to just go out here. So each place has its own little pre-quest that leads to this little area. One's called the tunnel, basically the tunnels below blank. So the tunnels below Cantha, the tunnels below blah, so on and so forth. So now there's this here. Look at this giant chasm. What the? Chasm. I think it's chasm, but they alert. So you click on that, you're like, whoa, what is this? Before you is a massive crack in the street that leads into the earth. So let's explore. Tunnels below Cantha. So your character is supposed to... There he is. It's supposed to basically imply that you fell down here. The tunnels below Cantha. So this is where it starts for here. So I'm going to say... Senji went on from this location. He had to deal with some Ampha. There's nothing he couldn't handle. So this was from Senji's point of view. Meanwhile, back in Alona, we got Ruban here, and he's been sent on his mission to investigate this. This giant fissure crack opened. Before you is a massive crack in the ground that leads deep into the earth. Explore the fissure. The caverns below Kamadan. The one is below... Yeah, I guess it would make sense. So these are just below Kamadan. It can't be below all of Alona, because that wouldn't make sense. But the tunnel's below Kamadan. Yeah. And so this is from his point of view. And he had to deal with some Corsairs. Death to the Sun Spears. Let's go. Yes, and now I'm pretty sure these people are helping from possibly one of the other missions. The what's it called? The war and Guild Wars Beyond stuff. We'll worry about it later. I'll take the help right now. Also, I have switched the sword. We're finally using our cool sword from the completion of Nightfall. I'm finally a sword user. Yeah, we got these two. These two, this Luxon and this Kurzik who love each other. This was part of a special event. I said this back in Prophecies, but they were a special event leading up to Factions release. I remember that was pretty cool. I always love this tower too. Look at that tower; it's always so dope. I love Kryda. All right, and then this whole place is completely, destroyed. Crevasse. Before you is a massive crack leading into a subterranean depths. Explore the crevasse beneath the Lion's Arch. Ugh, we fell. It's like we jumped all the way down. All right. Well, there's only one way to go, and that's this way. But see, like, wonder where we are. It's so weird. Like, what are these tunnels? Where do they come from? Why are these? Why? So we got a bunch of, I don't even know. Let's see. I don't know if we can beat them on our own. We might not be able to. They're actually pretty decently high level. I'm gonna see if we can just run through them. We might not. We might not be able to. Oh, fun. Oh, and they have crippling attack. But yep, they're just gonna keep me perma-crippled. Oh yeah, we get this whole... Hey, we managed to make some go away. Can we go this way? What's over here? Is this even the way we were? Are we allowed to go this way? I think that's just a locked off gate. I wonder what that would have been. Yeah, so this whole area is interesting to see. Like, what is? These look like gods. Like, who made all this crazy architecture? That's a statue of Melandru. Like, where do these underground tunnel things come from? That's like the question. Yeah. A whole bunch of undead, I know. I just really wish, like, there's a whole bunch of these underground terrain tunnels now, with subterranean parts of Tyria. And I mean Tyria the world, not just Tyria, the continent. But like, huh? Now what is this? Some dwarven allies? What's going on here?
All right, you lot, pick up the pace. Take all the kegs you can. We're going to need them.
So what is happening here?
Find Vec. We need him to open the gate out of here.
What's going on?
Where did you come from?
Are those explosives? There's a city above us.
I know there's a... Hang on. Vec, there you are.
We've got trouble, Ogden.
You get the gate working. We'll handle the trouble.
It's not that easy. The destroyers have completely overrun the central transfer chamber.
Blast! If the chamber is captured, there's no way back.
Wait. The Quakes have opened up other passages. There should be another way out.
The book is right. There is another gate not far from here, but the destroyers are right behind me.
You'd best be coming with us. If we're split up, the destroyers will eat us alive.
What are these destroyers? For that matter, what are you?
Me? Right now, I'm your best hope of getting out of here alive, Buka.
We can chat later. We're going to need your help if we're going to reach that gate. Everyone, ready to move out! There are destroyers coming! Never mind, they're here!
Never mind, they're here. So in all three storylines, whether it be from Cantha or Alona or here all lead to this event here with Vec and Ogden and the dwarves. The only difference is one fights Corsairs, one fights Undead, and one fights Ampha. It's pretty much the only difference. So, we must escape! It's playing the music. So let's follow Vec. This is the first time that we actually meet the Asura, which is why our character's like, and what are you? Like, we know what the dwarves are, we worked with them in prophecies. And I was like, what is this? These destroyers? So we run. Vec knows what's up. Vec is hauling ass. We need to pick up the pace. Go! Escape! It looks like Ogden didn't make it. Alright, we're doing Vec. Let's go. I mean, he obviously does in story. It's funny, his NPC really doesn't make it. Like, what is all of this is deep underground? I really hope that in Guild Wars 2 we finally get a Depths of Tyria expansion. There's so much cool stuff down here. There's a whole civilization before it. I mean, some of this is the Asura. It's like Asura lived underground too. But like, this stuff is definitely all human architecture. There's that artwork again. So I wonder if this whole underground stuff had something to do with the stuff that we saw with Gwen when she was trying to run away. I wonder. Like, what's this? Just more art? Just interesting. Let's run! The gate! Go through the gate! That big purple glowing thing! There's like the dragon thing down there. The Eye of the North does allude to a bunch of dragon stuff. It is true, which makes sense for Eye of the North, since this was the beginning of the storyline that would be in Guild Wars 2. But let's get in here, run. Into the north. So that we're gonna say this is where all three of our heroes re-team up. So from this point on, I'll have my other heroes again. I just wanted to do that part without them, just because it felt more authentic.
Vec, disable that gate. Everyone else, set up a perimeter.
Where are we?
The far Shiver Peaks. More importantly, we're away from the destroyers.
There are few dwarves up here. Mostly scouts or Stone Summit exiles. Hold on. No one move.
What's wrong?
They're called the Norn. They're big, tough, and very, very bad-tempered. We may have to fight our way out.
Your friend is half right. Not many dwarves come up here. Or humans, for that matter.
There are humans up here, then?
Yes. If you survive long enough, you may meet them.
I haven't heard Jorah's voice in so long.
But do not worry. You don't have to fight me. I am hunting bigger prey than you.
Where do we go from here, Ogden?
Blew up the gate. Wiping his hand. That's some good emote work.
We go the only way we can go. Forward.
Like, well, now I'm part of another adventure. Great. Quest added against the Destroyer. New hero. Look, Vec is young by Asurian standard, but is unequaled in his knowledge of the Asurian gate network. He is skilled with magic and more than willing to risk his life and yours to keep his people safe. Ogden is a follower of the Great Dwarf. He has studied the ancient prophecies of the end times of his people and believes the apocalyptic battle between the Great Dwarf and the Great Destroyer draws near. A capable monk devoted to the core, he is determined to see the Destroyer threat eliminated at all costs. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna add. So it's like, oh, our whole team met up. Cool. So now we got Senji, and we're gonna have Vec, and we're gonna have Ramon, and we're gonna have Ogden, and that's 6 out of 8. We'll get more heroes here in a minute, but that's what we'll use for now. I'll add. Also, you can see all like our normal heroes, henchmen here survived as well. We'll use some of them until we get more heroes to fill out the roster. I don't want to use any of the old heroes because I feel like they wouldn't be here. They would be staying in their native areas to help out.
Hail and well met.
So yeah, hail and well met. So here we are. We're at the. So this is where we are. So we went from down this teleport all the way up here to the far Shiver Peaks, and we got the Boreal Station. The Norn still referred to the Boreal Station as Feridor's Hearthstead, even though Feridor is long gone. The Asura emerged from beneath this quiet hunter's home and appropriated it for their own needs, adding a node of their network to the gates and transforming the stead into a supply way station. It is muttered among the Norn that old Feridor is alive somewhere deep beneath his home, lost in Asura lands, protesting the invasion with a hammer and shield. Yeah, it's pretty. So this like used to be. It's just a weird little like used to be a. It says it used to be like a hearthstead, like a. It's like an underground cave tunnel thing. I don't know where we are. It's pretty weird, but yeah. And then you can see that you got some, some henchmen from Alona. You got like Talon is obviously from Cantha, and Losha is from Cantha, and Zoe's from Cantha. And her, I'm pretty sure her. I think these are all the Canthans. And then we have our general basic prophecies characters. But yeah, we standard things. But this just looks weird, like all these weird things. We'll have to talk to Vec and Ogden here in a minute. We got some other, and then we head up there to the Ice Cliff Chasms. We got a hero tutorial right there, which I don't really think we'll need to worry about doing this quest. It's just more hero tutorial stuff. And this is like, yeah, just generic Tyrion armor. Just Tyrion. And some basic weapons, nothing crazy. Yeah, so this is the beginning of the main adventure. Heading forward, we have against the destroyers. That's the primary quest. So, alright. Well, thank you so much. The adventure is underway, and soon we will keep heading out and seeing how the story unfolds. So, thank you for watching the first episode, not including the prologue, and I will catch you in the next episode. Till then, stay super.